Hi, Jennifer here with Sunday Dinner Realty Group. As you may know, Sunday Dinner is all about giving back. It's our value proposition. It's the reason we exist. So, what that means is 10% of every single real estate deal is given back to local charities and nonprofits in our own community. With our InFocus series, what we're doing is taking a look at nonprofit organizations, community charities, individuals that are making a difference in our local community. We're using social media as a platform to highlight those individuals and organizations and charity groups, their superhero powers and how they're impacting our community and helping build each other up. So stay tuned for more videos that we put out about your local community and how it's making a difference in your lives. Thanks, and let's get those parties started. Hi, we're here at Sunday Dinner once again. We're doing an InFocus series that takes a look at different nonprofit organizations making a difference in our community here around the greater Grand Rapids area. What we want to do is take a moment to introduce Sunday Dinner. What is Sunday Dinner about? So I have Bryant Mitchell here.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Good.
Bryant Mitchell is owner and founder of Sunday Dinner. So let's just take a little deeper look at how Sunday Dinner came to be.
I have been in real estate for 13 years and went to East Kentwood, graduated from East Kentwood High School, went to Western Michigan University, graduated bachelor's in business. After that, started doing real estate. Actually started doing real estate my sophomore year of college. Started buying, selling properties, flipping properties. I really got an appetite for the real estate industry. I found out that it was something that I really loved and something that I was good at. But that was more of like the construction side, the seeing a house like go from shambles to making it pretty.
Like a big transformation.
Yeah, it was a huge transformation. And the realtor that I used, his name was Wes Mazurek. He worked for Preferred Prudential, and now it's Berkshire Hathaway. He has since retired, but he was always coaxing me to do. He was like, "You need to be a realtor." That was never in my criteria as a real job. You know,
yeah.
I never saw it as being a real job. I always saw it as, if you're going to do real estate, it's something that, you know, is a part-time thing. I guess it could be full-time, but a job was my primary angle. But then it kind of shifted once I decided to get my real estate license and saw that it was something that I really loved to do.
Okay, so one day you had an idea.
Yeah.
So you had already been in the real estate industry?
For a long time. I had been in the real estate industry, I think at that time, for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I had stepped away briefly. I stepped away. I was never really out of it. I was still doing minimal transactions a year, but I stepped away, and I had the opportunity to come back. And to come back in it full time, which I had never been full time. And
it was more like a
hobby
thing.
Yeah, it was a hobby. I was flipping properties. I was dabbling in renting, but I had never done it full time. And I can really say that I never took it seriously. As me and my wife started focusing on Dave Ramsey and doing our debt snowball and really finding out, you know, your why, your passion, tying that all in with Simon Sinek. You know, so we really started focusing on, why are we here? You might as well do something that you love to do. Because if you're not doing something that you love to do, it's going to make your life very mundane, very generic.
It's get up, go to work, come home, repeat the next day.
It doesn't really, like, even the impact that it has up on your kids. You know, because they see that and it becomes a generational thing where people are, I just work to make money. I don't have fun at my job. It's not something that I love to do.
It's more of a job.
Right.
It's more of a task.
Just over broke. You know, that's the acronym,
yeah.
you know. You know, so at the end of the day, when I decided to come back, I said, I want to do something that's different from the scope of other real estate organizations that are out there. I said, if I'm going to open up my own business and I want it to flourish, I want to do something that has tithing principles. Thus, the 10% came out of that. So I said, what I want to do is off of every deal, I want to take 10% and I want to give it to that client's whatever they have a passion for. So whether it's Down Syndrome Association or Well House, and that's how I became more abreast to things that are going on in our community. It really opened up my eyes as an agent, as a person, as a father, as a husband, just like the different things that are out there, that we don't necessarily see. We don't pay attention to them. Like they're there.
Yeah.
We might see it on the news.
Yeah.
How can we do that?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us take a moment where we see all these things happening, but it's so much to take in that it's easy to kind of like put it
Right.
to the sides of our thoughts.
Right. At the beginning, I was putting way too much emphasis on it. Keep it simple. We're going to give back 10% off of every deal that we do. I didn't realize that it was a unique value proposition that other companies didn't do, because you do hear of different realtors giving back, or different organizations giving back, certain days that they give back where the whole organization comes out and they give back. I didn't realize that there was no other company that took a certain percentage of everything that they do and they give back. So I feel like that's where we as an organization really shined.
I think that is something that really drew me in as something, again, unique, just like you're saying. You don't see it out there, but it feels like the right thing to do. And we talked a little bit about this being like a corporate responsibility type of thing, where you're intentional, not you, but the organization, you, are intentional about owning that responsibility to build up the community and make it better.
What we have to do is bring up everybody and use our ability to bring up everybody. So, where you're talking about 10% of every deal, or you're talking about somebody that's able to contribute at the end of the year, whatever it may be, you are doing what you can do to benefit your community, which is going to alternatively make society better. What I want to instill as we continue to grow this organization and this thought process is that off of everything we do, we're going to give back 10%. And that's just going to allow us to be able to open up people's eyes to amazing nonprofits that are within our area, because we're giving on behalf of our client. So what that does is that exposes that particular client to WGVU PBS or Well House or Streams of Hope or Susan G. Komen, or it's endless. 311, HQ. I mean, these are all amazing organizations that are right here that are benefiting our community locally. Why wouldn't we give back to them?
Yeah, and I think that. So I talked to your wife, Audrey, and she said that so far, and it's always growing, Sunday Dinner has given to over 34 different organizations in the Grand Rapids area.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and so what has that done for your perspective? Like before you started this campaign, which I know came from, it wasn't just like maybe it was you woke up one day and you're like, you know what, I have to do this.
Yeah, that's really how it was. yeah. I had a dream.
Yeah.
Like middle of the night, it was like it shook me. It was like, get up. I have a little paper on my nightstand.
Yeah.
So I got up and I was writing down, and I had this vision of a table, and I was like, a table? So I went back to sleep. And it was like, get up. It was like, get up. So I got up and I went downstairs and I'm like writing, and I wrote out Sunday dinner. And I'm like, Sunday Dinner Realty. I'm like, it's a weird name.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a weird name.
Were you
it is a
hungry
weird
at the
name.
time,
Right?
maybe?
No, I wasn't hungry. So and then like Audrey got up because she was getting ready to get up and go to work, and I told her the name. I was like, so this is a dream that I had.
Yeah.
It's a table. It's Sunday Dinner Real Estate, and she's like, she sat down on the couch and she started like her eyes like got all like teary because she had just lost her grandma.
Oh.
And she started reminiscing of Sunday dinners that they had as a family, and then all the family would gather, and I was like, I think that's the name. That's the whole underlying basis of Sunday Dinner. Making community, making the whole area, the whole like neighborhood, the whole, maybe it's just your house, come together, for a certain time.
Yeah.
And you just gather, and you just be, and you talk, and you put your cell phones down, and then you talk some more.
It's kind of it's relaxing.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah. It's just
atmosphere. It's
you
like
sit back around a bonfire. It doesn't
home.
have to.
Even if it's not your house, it
Yeah.
feels homey.
Yeah,
It feels like
absolutely. Over the years, we've just refined it, and we want to keep it as simplistic as possible. You tell me your charity, you have a passion for whatever, we will write the check. And I mean, you can feel free to show up at the when we give it to them, or you don't have to. But you're benefiting your specific organization.
That's cool. I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
Recently, you decided to make some changes.
I did.
It's a little bit, probably maybe unexpected for some people, but I
You knew.
think it's going to be good. I knew.
You knew it was coming.
But some people don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that. How'd that come to pass?
Yeah. So Sunday Dinner, it's about 2.5 years old now. The thought process is about 2.5 years old, maybe a little bit older than that. So the first year, I think we gave back a little bit over $15,000. Second year, I think we gave a little bit over right around $24,000 away. And what I realized is that, like a brunt of that is me and my volume because it's my passion. But 2017, it was a busy year. I mean, now we all know that real estate in Grand Rapids is selling off the hook. But
Right. Yeah.
what I was looking at is, I look at how can I give back more. How can we give back $50,000? What I was examining is, I need to bring on more like-minded agents. At the end of the day, I want to work smarter, not harder, but I still want to be able to give back as much as we can to the community. So that puts the variable of bringing on more agents. I began talking to different organizations and trying to find an organization that had a similar mindset to what we do as a company. I had an overwhelming, immense feel that RE/MAX was where I needed to be. So when you're by yourself, and you're doing well, you don't have the mentoring to be able to make you better. So eventually, you're going to plateau. Who knows when? You won't really know unless you're really structured looking at your numbers and you're like, hey, I plateaued. But if you have people around you that will make you better, people that are more seasoned than myself. So if I look at the group of people that are around me, and I'm the most seasoned, I'm the most lucrative, I have the best everything, then I need to get a new group. I still need to continue mentoring these individuals that are in that group.
Yes.
Because you are the person that they're there to talk to. But even a mentor needs a mentor. That's why I feel that going to a different brokerage, going to RE/MAX, was the ultimate. It was the ultimate decision, and I do feel that it will be the best platform for Sunday Dinner to be on, amplifying our reach, Remax has an amazing brand name, and being able to help as many people move, people buy, and local nonprofits and charities that we can.
It sounds like Remax is really supportive in what you're doing, and you know, doing their own thing too. So that's exciting as well.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, all right.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's us with Sunday Dinner. New transition. The whole life of Sunday Dinner. Watch, grow with us. Tell your friends.